Hey, Katrina here from ScrappyHorses. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am so delighted at the questions and ideas that have been coming in from you who watch my videos. I thank you so much for those. And this video is in response to one of those. Sandra has asked how to use curve on a text. So let's look at some text features and answer that question specifically. Let's get right to it and start with a shape. Over here on the left-hand side, let's just pull in a square. I'm going to bring the square down. I'm going to size it to, let's size it to 5 inches. We're going to close this now so we have more room here to work. We're going to scoot it over here because I want to come over and hit this edit. So I'm going to left click, edit, and I'm going to offset. I'm actually going to inset. So I have left clicked this offset. I'm going to bring this to the left. I'm going to square up my corners and apply. Let's change this to white. And just for fun, let's change the back one here to, let's go with purple. That'd be fun. All right. I'm going to close this again. So now I have a 5-inch square and I have this white square inside, like if I were going to make a square card. Let's come over now to text. I'm going to left click text. I'm going to bring this over. I'm just going to type in happy. So I double click. It turns it sort of blue, and now I can type in my word. Now I'm going to swipe over it, come up here to the top line, right here where it says Cricut Sans. I'd like something a little fancier. So I'm going to left click Cricut Sans, and over here you'll find your Cricut fonts. You click system, you'll get the fonts that you have in with your system, your recently used, and if you have any bookmarked. Let's go back to Cricut. Let's come down here to, let's see, what would be fun today? Maybe BFC Foxy. Let's choose that one. All right. We're going to bring it back down here. So you can see that that changed. And now here comes the curve. All right. So let's move this over a little bit. So let's edit. Come up here. It's on the far left side of your screen and click edit. We don't have anything selected, so they're not sure what we want to edit. I want to edit the happy. I click that and you see all of this pops up. Now you'll notice that if I want to edit just the square, only this comes up. But if I click text, we have a lot more options. But here's the one we want to use right now, curve. I left click curve, and you can see over here, it's sort of changed the color over here. I can curve to an arch that goes this way by dragging to the right. I can go downwards if I go to the left. So let's go this direction. Now let me show you something else. If I change the font here, that will change sometimes how much curvature I have. So let's take a look at this. Let's come back up to BFC Foxy here. Let's go to Retro Script. See how that changed it? Or let's go to Bikini Babe. All right. So you can see that as I go through here, it really does change the curvature. So if you're liking it and you think, ooh, I'm not sure I like that font, and then you go back, and you may need to come back up to edit and come back to your curve and give it more or less curve. to where you like it. We now know how to curve our text. Let's head on over to part 2 and see why and how we might use curved text. It'll be linked up in the right-hand corner of the video, and I'll put it in the box below. I'll catch up with you in part 2.